Adomenka Obibia say Oje Premier Sikaba TV. Yes, sir, subscribe Sikaba TV. We are not like videos, we are not share. No BBA and be share.
Director as a young man, youth leader, and also as national organizer. And you know, Oka Chairman said, if you are near to party, no main count, I haven't contributed my quota. I just always Oka Chairman said, my contribution to it is zero. And I know the internet history echoes clearly to identify with the things that I also know he stands for. Very strong young man, very open-minded, and also he looks into the future with courage and optimism. And so I'm fond of him. I think he will make a great president.
A great president.
If Nyamaya Adom NPP nomination and His Excellency the Vice President Kase will be caught there.
You would support him?
I think so, because I asked him two critical questions. Why do you want to be president? And Okachem said his major focus, if he should ever become president one day, is how to create a future of opportunities for the young people.
For young people.
And again, he's very tolerant. Also, can he pass also ban home? And that politics of inclusion, for me, is something that is admirable. I've watched him move with people who had supported other candidates in the past. It is the Honorable Frederick Oparians. I've seen quite a good number of people around him. Gideon initially wasn't a Nana boy, but that's the spokesperson of the vice president. And again, so on a day in, day out, you see new people around him. And for his sacrifice, share every time this season biane how you define sacrifice. Me catch us a year dankwa dombo buzia.
Yes.
That's our tradition from UGCC, from the UP tradition. EDBC the buzia time a progress party. The Baya the Bedu ye PFP. Victor Usu and Tolona. Me munna be na me count. But Obi, you movie also you there kukudro jina movie pa in the run up to 2016.
Yes.
No training him to sit in front of the cameras, and also to face the media scrutiny. Na elections, leading youth no. Sabe, Oma no contest na me wo fe bianka. Me busu ni bianka. But I believed and shared in the values of the party. Inti Mamu ni mentam kesi kopie Supreme Court. Manoko yi meka. Me survive or just about an hour. Na no enough. We use small TV. Ebia all nante from here to here. We also we dey twemu 2 steps. Na your big screen na bon say me bear 7 steps. But me and me they say more than 30 steps. And let me pay glowing tribute to the former Supreme Court Judge Justice Awuku. Mami home a real size 47. And now for somebody to sit there when it mattered most to defend his party's position and resolve for 8 months continuously, and opening facing NDC legal team and Nyamre Ura Chachuchikata Ura Tony Lita, deadly combination with Basit Bamba. For 8 months he never lost his cool. He had his composure and defended the NPP's position. I think that his expose, revelation, presentation, and delivery at the landmark Supreme Court case, it marked the turning point in the NPP's electoral operations, because it was clear, say, Ghana for Betia, so what really happens on the pink sheet, on the face of the pink sheet. So if you ask me, I think Baumia did NPP a lot of good by helping all of us, even as young Ghanaians, to understand what happens in the electoral process. But let me also state that my advice to him would be that NPP there, for everything we compete. Moshe, this is a party, a polling station elections will beat me the chairman so could be High Court. So meaning that if you're throwing me on cast Obeko, let me be very honest, he hasn't declared so Obeko. But if he decides to go, I don't think he should expect
walking.
No, apart from walking he is going to be grilled. Sana party with Subaintia. And you have people can also make an industry out of the propaganda to also push against you. And he's also competing against very strong and capable people in the party. Very strong and capable. For Obiti said the former Greek minister. For Obiti said the former trade minister. For Obiti said, well, yeah, I mean, you are funny and you are penny. Oh boy. They already just 2-3 days ago. Oh, I know a frame I cannot judge. But that's the beauty of it. So now, Ofa Obiti say very knowledgeable person, the former energy minister, and me also know my former boss, the former general secretary of the NPP, Japan, Kala, and then Kasa, no so MC weekend, just 2 days ago. And then
Joe
Gatti, me also so big Joe, so my paddy, or no paddy, who will be a paddy. Is somebody I may call Sicado crime or Cotnan Honmusudi, just like a compreco. Oma me nam kroma na ze komo edemi am frɛ so ofia nkot now me di na no di matem so no you okay. But these are very strong people and stalwarts of the party. And so I believe say even though all these are very strong and great men of our party, at this point in time, Mimi Judise and looking at where we also want to go and also breaking the aid. Politics is about strategy. And I believe say party but as we speak, the NPP is in conclave. Our National Council meeting. Sebe Odo any boy I'm a woman on no station to meant me uncle council because I'm a member of the National Council. Now I just hope say whatever be the case and I'm the way baby. And I believe that for these values, the virtues of the vice president of his sacrifices is sumo and also even at a time as a young man with a young family, Charlie at almost the peak of his career. As an economist, he left the central bank. It be here politics. Emmanuel Sem. Opening first time I'm fat. Was any Juma for Mentia Menya and say the boss of San Freno the second time of Nanado Danko Kufuado. So Mahmoud Sambe Boa Misata no African Development Bank or Zanzo Ejay Jumano Sambaya. And then again the third time. So clearly, or also so from the SOT and also the contributions that I've heard people and the testimony. And interestingly, if you ask me, even though he's a practicing Muslim, he's extremely tolerant and very accommodating. I've seen almost all church programs are being invited. He goes to support the Christian community. Last time, say at Yenswano, where you had the Presby Church, Kazombesi School, at the amount of water deprived area. He said so, and also contribution towards the development of the church and the growth of Mofra. He's helping. Look at Weja Leprosarium, Father Campbell Foundation. I love people who embark on charity. And that's why I keep saying, so Awuku now very strong men. But I believe that we should know there's a primus inter pares. But
here as a party.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe
how about
from
those who have
said,
and I think you mentioned the point, only needing why he wants to be president.
So that was one. He says of creating that future of opportunities for the young people. And then again, lastly, he also believes that with a coordinated effort, we can build a strong, resilient country. A bit Ghana, so formidable.
But there are those who would say, these are things he can do now as the number 2 man in charge or a vice president for crying out loud. And then on team in I just obey president Sanaway.
I mean, first of all, I'm sure you are not asking me as spokesperson of the vice.
Oh, no. But as somebody who believes in him.
Yes, I mean, I think so. With that conversation, and it was, in fact, playing the devil's advocate, was something that I also asked him. Say, now what are those who say,